Tom Cruise might smile a lot, but don't mistake that for weakness, because the moment you cross the line, he'll destroy your reputation without raising his voice. Just like what happened during his first appearance on The Ellen Show.
Yeah. And Britney or Christina?
What do you mean?
Britney Spears? I don't know what I mean. I'm not even sure what I mean.
I've never thought about it.
All right.
It was supposed to be a playful question, but things quickly turned very awkward. And Tom, he completely avoided Ellen's jabs like the plague. But next time, he wouldn't be that nice.
Do you know what Adderall is? Do you know Ritalin? Do you know now that Ritalin is a street drug? Do you understand that?
The difference is, this was not
Matt,
against her will, though. But this wasn't against Brooke's will.
Matt, I'm asking you a question.
I understand there's abuse of all of these things.
No, you see, here's the problem. You don't know the history of psychiatry. I do.
Aren't there examples, and might not Brooke Shields be an example of someone who benefited from one of those drugs?
All it does is mask the problem, Matt. And if you understand the history of it, it masks the problem. That's what it does.
Remember the time a lot of people were slamming Tom for standing against antidepressants? Today's news anchor Matt Lauer tried to portray him as unqualified and uninformed. But guess who the uninformed one was?
That's all it does. You're not getting to the reason why. There is no such thing as a chemical imbalance.
So postpartum depression to you is
Matt,
kind of a little psychological gobbledygook?
No, I did not say that.
I'm just asking, what would you call it?
Matt, that is now you're talking about two different things.
But that's what she went on the antidepressant for.
But what happens, the antidepressant, all it does is mask the problem. There's ways of vitamins and through exercise and various things. I'm not saying that that isn't real. That's not what I'm saying. That's an alteration of what I'm saying. I'm saying that drugs aren't the answer, that these drugs are very dangerous. They're mind-altering, antipsychotic drugs. And there are ways of doing it without that so that we don't end up in a brave new world. The thing that I'm saying about Brooke is that there's misinformation, okay? And she doesn't understand the history of psychiatry. She doesn't understand in the same way that you don't understand it, man.
The host should know better. Take that advice and act carefully when interviewing others. The same goes for this Australian interviewer who got on the wrong side of Tom's nerves.
Was Nicole the love of your life?
What do you mean, Peter?
You were married for 10 years.
Listen, we raised children. How do you answer that? How do you answer that question? She's someone that I plan on getting married again.
You do?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
And having kids?
Absolutely.
He was intentionally sidestepping into dangerous territory, asking very uncomfortable questions. But Tom Cruise was just getting started and outsmarting him. And the most interesting part, he did it without breaking a sweat.
But Nicole was a major part of your life and the love of your life at the time.
I loved Nick very much. There's no question.
Would you like Nicole to remarry?
Yes. I want Nicole to be happy. That's what I want.
And do you have a relationship where you talk, it's a parenting relationship, and talk professionally about each other's work?
Listen, here's the thing, Peter. Yeah. You're stepping over a line now. You're stepping over a line. You know you are.
I suppose they're questions
Peter,
that people want to know.
Peter, you want to know. Take responsibility for what you want to know. Don't say what other people. This is a conversation that I'm having with you right now.
You're right.
Cruise had to let go of public decorum to school the rude host who was clearly crossing the line. And it wasn't the last time he clashed with the press. Barely a week ago, an Asian reporter tried cornering him with a politically loaded question about Trump's tariffs.
I'd like to ask this question to anyone who's up for it. I watched the film and I saw that it was filmed in many different locations around the world, including Africa. And of course, we all are aware of the tariffs that President Donald Trump has been imposing on overseas productions and films. So is this particular movie under that tariff? And also, how much of the film was shot overseas?
You should definitely notice the emotion on Cruise's face. He wasn't smiling. But do you know what was more brutal? His clear response, or the lack of it, to the insensitive media worker.
I think that's a fair answer.
But that was nothing compared to what happened with Sophia Bella during a friendly promo interview. Because what started light turned cold, fast.
You do have these high standards for yourself with these stunts, but everyone else has to step up. Russell Crowe has said that in this film, he plays Dr. Jekyll. You have a fabulous fight scene, and he said you both had a discussion. You said, you know what, let's both just absolutely go for it.
Yeah. And look, he's an amazing athlete. He's a very good stuntman himself also. And, you know, if you look at the fight sequence that we have together, it was, we really had a lot of fun doing that.
He said he got bruised. I don't know how much fun he had.
Both of us got bruised. When he picks me up and slams me on that table, you know, he's...
It's a real table.
At first, everything was going just fine, with Sophia asking Tom about the fight scene with Russell Crowe. But suddenly, the atmosphere in the room quickly changed when a second interviewer threw a missile at Cruz, disguised as a question.
Yeah, he's got to do it.
So do you walk away from that and go, he would actually beat me if we went at it properly? If you had a fight properly?
Why do you ask that question? It's like I don't even think of stuff like that. I don't even think like I'm going to fight my friend.
That's right, because you're always thinking of the audience when you're making things.
Exactly. He's my friend. You know, that would never happen.
Yep. That laser-sharp, jaw-dropping response definitely sent the interviewer reeling in public disgrace. Because really, why ask such a dumb question like that? But that was mild compared to the next clip, where Tom was actually pissed.
Yes. Now, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Come here. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Not very funny. Can you please?
No, it's okay. No, wait 1 second. What's so funny about that?
Did you see that? A guy with a video recorder tried an insane prank, squirting water on him during what was supposed to be an interview. But wait, there's more where that clip came from.
It's ridiculous. Do you like making less of people? Is that you like doing mean things to people? That's really... Hey, no. Don't run away. Don't run away. No, let me have fun. I don't care. That's incredibly rude. I'm here giving you an interview and answering your questions, and you do something really nasty. You're a jerk. You're a jerk.
If this isn't a clear indication of rudeness, then I don't know what else to make of it. Yet Tom outsmarted him because he didn't explode or anything like that. Instead, he kept calm and directly told the guy how immature and disrespectful that was. But then, he wasn't finished.
Oh, but can people actually be that way with you, Tom? If we're going back to Mission Impossible, one of my favourite bits of tech in that movie is, of course, the masks, right? And the reveal. If you could have a mask of just an average person, no one knows who you are, and you could walk about your life, no one knows that you're Tom Cruise, what are you doing?
Beg your pardon?
What are you doing? Like, it's not
What
you.
would I do?
This time, the jab was subtle. A dig at his lifestyle, as if being a Hollywood star means you're not human. But Cruise didn't complain. He owned it.
Yeah, what would you do? No one knows it's you. They can't be there.
No, but I just do the same thing I always do.
Go watch movies.
Go watch movies. Exactly. Go make movies. Go tour the world. You know, I feel it's a privilege. It's a dream of mine my whole life to do what I do.
That's a thoughtful answer, possibly optional, but it stands out. And then came Jimmy Kimmel, trying to make him look out of touch again.
And to be honest, I use you as a distraction to get to my car.
So I'm trying to help you out with that.
Appreciate that. But are there times where you just want to, get to where you're gonna go? And can you even, could you get on public transportation or go to a museum?
Look, I'm ready for whatever's gonna happen. So I don't change my life, but look, I like talking to people, you know, and as I said, I make my movies for them. And
just like the previous incident. Here's another moment where the media tried to paint him as a detached superstar, socially inept and unable to do even the simplest things, like boarding public transport. Watch how Tom handled the misrepresentation.
Yeah, I do go on transportation. My security loves that when I do that.
Yeah,
the tube in England.
Oh,
I do that. Sometimes I'll put on my hat and my earphones, and I'll just go in and get on the tube just if I want to get to the station.
Does that work? Do people stop you?
Sometimes.
It does.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes, people are during rush hour. I go in and I'll be there. And I remember one time I was there, and there was 14-year-old kid. This girl was there, and everyone was looking at their phones, and she I just saw her. I looked over and kind of my head's down. I got my baseball cap, and she's just staring at me like this. And I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she just looked around the subway like this, and then looked back to me like, and I went.
Hilarious, but witty enough to outsmart Jimmy Kimmel's pointed question, which repeated itself in another form.
So hi Tom, how are you?
Hello, very well, thank you.
So when I read about this movie, I said, well, this is a typical movie for Al Pacino or for Robert De Niro, and then you went and took that role upon yourself.
Did you hear that? Because I'm about to ask you to go back and listen carefully if you didn't. That interview is nearly 2 decades old, but Tom's sharp takedown is still gold. Ron Jacobson straight up tried to belittle the actor's role in the 2004 movie Collateral by saying the character feels like an Al Pacino knockoff. Can you guess Tom's response to that?
I mean, I don't get afraid to take on characters. I get excited, you know. There's always that question of, is it going to work? Will I be able to do it? To what level? But I really enjoy starting a character and just having at it, you know, and see what happens.
He simply made it clear that he doesn't accept the disrespect. A short but powerful comeback. But that wasn't all, because as it appears, Tom had another smart move to make on this guy. Again.
Okay, so I'm just telling you right now, okay? Just put your manners back in.
Do you think I was out of line?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, I apologise for that
Good.
sincerely.
Good.
But when I read so much about you, Tom, these are questions you answer.
Peter, you want to waste your time on this right now?
I don't.
Or do you want to ask some other questions?
20 years' time, where will Tom
Peter,
Cruise?
good. You want to move on? Peter, come on. Let's go, man.